Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. I am Neha Rajvanshi and I welcome you all in today's class, that is English class of class 10th. So students, we have started with our new topic, that is determiners, and in the previous some videos we have discussed so many determiners, we have seen their uses, and at the same time we have seen so many examples. Okay, so now in today's video we will continue with our determiners. So now let's start our today's video, that is based on determiners. So students, now we have covered almost all the determiners in our previous video, and now we will talk about articles. Okay, so yes, articles, they are also the part of determiners. Articles is a very common word. We have all already heard about articles. We all use articles in our language, in our sentence. So these articles, they are also one of the part of determiners. So in today's video we will discuss all the articles and we will see their different uses. So let's see. A, an and the, they are called articles. So we all know that in this category, that is articles, we are having three words, or we can say we are having three articles, and they are a, an and the, right? So they are the three words a, an and the, and they are known as articles. The articles are not a separate part of speech, they are demonstrative adjectives. Okay, articles are used before nouns and may be called determiners, and yes, always articles, they are used before nouns, and yes, they are in this category that is known as determiners. So we can say that articles, yes, they are also the part of determiners. A, an is called indefinite article, while the is called the definite article, and now we will see all the details related with these three words. So first of all, we are having this thing that a or an, these two words are known as indefinite articles, and the, it is known as a definite article. So what is the difference? So we will cover all these things. So let's see. An or a is a weakened form of one and is called indefinite because, why? So let's see, because it does not refer to any particular person or thing. So first of all, the most important thing that we should always aware of, that an and a, they are actually the weakened form of one. Okay, so one thing is clear, that a and an, they always come before singular noun, because actually a and an, it actually means one. Okay, so always and always they comes before singular noun, and they are called as indefinite articles. Why? Because it does not refer to any particular person or particular thing. Okay, so एक जनरल वे में हम यूज करते हैं ए और एन को, हम किसी पर्टिकुलर पर्सन, किसी पर्टिकुलर थिंग के लिए यूज नहीं करते हैं. दिस इज द रीजन दीज टू आर्टिकल, दे आर नोन एज इनडेफिनेट आर्टिकल. The person or thing not specifically defined, hence it remains indefinite. Okay, so when we are using a or an, so at that time the person or thing, or we can say the noun that is there, so that is not specifically defined, that is not spatially defined, and this is the reason it remains indefinite. The definite article, the, is a weakened form of that and is called definite because it is used to refer to a particular or definite person or thing. And now we are talking about the, and we are having this thing, we are having the reason that why the article, it is known as definite article. So we are having the reason as well. The reason is because it is used to refer a particular thing, or we can say a particular person, or we can say a particular noun. So this is the difference that we are having here. A or an, they are known as indefinite. Why? Because they are not at all used to show any particular person or thing, and actually a or an, that means one, right? And now we are having the, so yes, this is known as definite article. Why? Because it is used to refer, it is used to express to a very particular person, particular thing, and it actually means that. Okay, so this is about why they are known as definite or indefinite articles. A or an article is used before a countable singular noun. So this is a thing that we have already discussed, that always a or an, these two articles are used before countable singular noun. So always and always they are used before singular noun. Why? Because actually a or an, it means one. So when they are having the meaning of one, so it's very obvious that always they are used before singular noun. So we are having the example. So let's see. An elephant killed a boy, a hen laid eggs, an egg. So we are having singular nouns here. We are having elephant, we are having hen. So very easily we can use a or an. And suppose अगर हमारे यहाँ पे elephants होता, then obviously we were not able to use a or an. Why? Because they are always and always used before singular nouns. The choice between a or n is determined by sounds. Now we are having the difference between a और n. ये तो हमने समझ लिया कि always they are used before singular noun. But हमारे पास singular noun है तो वहाँ पे हमें a use करना है या n use करना है. So that is the difference that we are having here, and that thing is determined according to the sounds. Okay, according to the initial sound of that noun. So how? Let's see. A is used before words beginning with a consonant sound. So students, this is very important that I am very much sure that you all are aware with this thing that we are having vowels and consonants, right? In English alphabets we are having 5 vowels. They are A, E, I, O, U, and the remaining alphabets they are known as consonant, right? But here we have to be very careful that we have to use A and N according to the consonant sound. Okay, हमें vowel और consonant देखना नहीं है कि वहाँ पे A, E, I, O, U है या नहीं है. No, we have to focus on the sound only, and according to the sound we have to use these two articles A and N. And N it is always used before vowel sound, and A it is always used before consonant sound. Okay, so don't get confused at all. We have to focus on the sound only. When we are having a vowel sound in the beginning of the word, then always we have to use N, and if we are having a consonant sound, then we have to use A. Okay. So now let's see some of the uses of indefinite articles, and now I am very much sure you all are aware that what are indefinite articles. Yes, are 2 words, that is A and N, they are known as indefinite articles. So now we are discussing the uses of A or N, or we can say the uses of indefinite articles, and the difference that these 2 articles they are having, that I have told you. And one more time I am repeating this thing, that we have to focus on the sound, the initial sound of the noun. If we are having a vowel sound, then our answer will be N, and if we are having a consonant sound, then our answer will be A, because this is the difference between A and N. Clear? And now let's discuss the uses. So let's see. A, N plus noun. So this is the first use that we have read already, that always the articles they are used before noun. Okay, and in the sense of one. This is also we have discussed earlier that A or N actually they means one. Okay, so let's see the example. He is a student. Not a word was said. 12 inches make a foot. Okay, so now we are having nouns here, and all these nouns are singular noun. Okay, and now we are having a, and it actually means one. Okay, we are saying that he is a student, right? So in this sense, or we can say in this way, we can use these 2 articles. They are A or N. Next is A plus N plus adjective plus noun. So yes, they can be used before adjective in this structure, in this pattern, when we are having articles plus adjective plus a noun. How? Let's see. We are having he is an intelligent student. So here student, this is noun, and intelligent, this is the adjective, and here we are having an, we are having article here. And why we are having an? Because we are having intelligent, and we are not focusing on the the letter, we are focusing on the sound. The sound is intelligent. Okay, so in, because of the sound we are using an here, and yes, intelligent, this is the adjective. Next is they are intelligent students. Now focus on this thing. Here we are having students. Students means we are having plural noun. So when we are having plural noun, so obviously we can't use any article here. Why? Because we have discussed this thing so many times that A and N they are used before singular nouns only. So when we are having student, that is a singular noun, at that time we are using N, and if we are having a plural noun, if we are having students, then at that time we can't use A or N here. Okay. Next is a or an plus adverb plus adjective plus noun. Again we are having one more structure. So this is the structure of the sentence in which we are having adverb plus adjective plus noun. So before that we can use a or an. How? Let's see. He is a very good boy. So focus on the sentence. So we can say focus on the structure very carefully. Boy, this is a noun. Good, this is the adjective, and very, this is the adverb. And here we are having a, that is article. Okay, so we are having he is a very good boy. So in this manner also, in this structure also, we can use a or an. One more example we are having here. She is such a brilliant lady. Again, lady is a noun, brilliant we all know adjective, and we are using a here, right? So in this manner we can use articles a or an. Next is, if we are having only adjective and there is no noun after that adjective, so at that time we cannot use any article. At that time our answer will be cross. How? Let's see. He is intelligent. So intelligent we all know this is the adjective, and after intelligent there is no noun. If there is no noun in the sentence, at that time we cannot use article and we have to put a cross, and our answer will be he is intelligent, right? We cannot say he is an intelligent, no, because there should be a noun at that time. But if we are having no noun, then our answer will be this only, he is intelligent, right? At that time we cannot use a or an. And suppose we are having here boy or student, so yes, then we can use a or an. But if we are having no noun, only adjective is there in the sentence, so obviously we cannot use articles, we cannot use a or an. Next is use a or an before the following fixed expressions. Now in English language we are having some of the expressions, and all these expressions are known as fixed expressions, means always and always. They are used in this way only. So you have to be very careful, or I can say that you have to learn all these expressions. Okay, so let's see, let's read. We are having make a noise. So yes, जब भी हम इस तरह से use करते हैं, so always and always we have to use a before noise, right? We are having go for a walk, then go for a swim, a lot of. But if we are having lots of, then we cannot use any article, because again lots is a plural form, right? Next we are having a good deal of, then a great deal of, a good number of, a great number of, a cup of. Again if we are having cups, that is a plural form, then we cannot use article. A headache, a cold. Okay, so these are here we are having some of the fixed expressions, and always they are used with these articles that we are having in this list. Okay, so you have to be very careful, because if we are having like I am having cold and we are having blank before cold, so in that blank you have to write a only, because it is used in this way only, and this is the reason all these words are known as fixed expression. So learn all these words and always remember all these words, right? Next we are having the examples. He has a headache, he has a cold. So suppose we are having blank here, so in these blanks we have to write a, and our sentence will be he has a headache and he has a cold. Next is use a or an before a countable singular noun used after many, such, quite, or rather. Again we are having some of the words. They are many, such, quite, rather. So after these words we have to use a or an if we are having countable singular noun. How? Let's see. He is quite a beautiful girl. So we are having one blank here, and again we are having girl, that is a singular noun, and we are having quite. So if we are having quite, rather, such, many, like, such words, so at that time we have to use a or an. So here our answer is a, and the sentence is he is quite a beautiful girl. Similarly, one more example is there. He is rather a foolish boy, right? So learn these words, many, such, quite, rather. If we are having such words and after that we are having a singular noun, so in the blank we have to use a or an, depends according to the sound of the noun that we are having. Next is use a or an before a countable singular noun in exclamatory sentences beginning with what, how, right? So if we are having a exclamatory sentence means a sentence जिसके लास्ट में एक exclamatory mark होता है, right? So if we are having exclamatory sentence and that sentence starts with what or how, so at that time we have to use a or an. How? Let's see the example. What a beautiful building. Or we are having one more. What an easy lesson. So all these sentences, they are known as exclamatory sentence because we are having exclamatory mark at the end of the sentence, and we are having what, and we can also have how. So at that time we have to use a or an. Here we are using a. Why? Because of the sound of big. Now here our answer is n. Why? Because of the sound of easy, right? So according to the sound we can vary our answer a or n, but just remember this thing, if you are having exclamatory sentence and you are having what or how in the beginning of the sentence, then you have to use a or an as an article. Next is to indicate what someone's profession is or the kind of person he is. So if we are talking about someone's profession, or if we are talking about at what kind of person he is, so at the time also we can use a or an. Some examples we are having here, like I am saying this thing that here is a teacher, I can say he is a teacher, and yes, I can say she is a nurse. So if we are talking about someone's profession, if we are talking about at what kind of person he or she is, so at that time we can use a or an. Next, in the phrase such a or an adjective plus noun, again this is the structure that we are having here. So in this structure also we can use a or an, like we are having the example, I have never seen such a terrible accident. So in this manner also, if we are having such and then terrible, that is the adjective, and accident, that is a noun. So if this is the structure we are having, so in this structure also we can use a or an. Next is in the phrase so plus adjective plus a or an, and then we are having noun, like the example is he have met so intelligent a girl. So this is the structure, so plus intelligent, that is adjective, girl, that is noun. So in this structure also we can use article a or an. One more example we are having, have they seen so beautiful a scene. So no matter example is interrogative or positive, if we are having so, and in the previous slide we have seen if we are having such, right? So these are very particular structures we are talking about, and if we are having such these structures, then in the blanks we can use a or an. So these are the general uses, okay? According to the sentence we can use a or an. This is very easy to identify where we have to use a or an. Here we are just talking about some of the basic structures in which these two articles a or an, they are generally used. Next is in the phrase a or an plus noun plus of, or we can say plus mine. In the place of mine we can have hers, yours, etc. Like the example is a book of yours was found on the table. So in this manner also we can use a or an. Next is in the sense of every, each, to indicate rate or frequency. So this is another use of a or an. We can use these two articles in the sense of every and each, and if we want to indicate rate or frequency. So how? Let's see the example. He gets a salary of rupees 3000 a month. So here we are trying to say this thing, when we are using a month, it means we are trying to say each month, right? So in this manner also, if we are trying to indicate frequency or rate, then also in the sense of each and every we can use a or an. One more example we are having, sugar sells at 30 rupees a kilo, right? Again we are talking about frequency, and we are trying to say this thing that each kilo, okay? And in this sense we can use a or an as an articles. Next is before, few, little in a positive sense. So these are the determiners only that we have discussed in the previous videos of few and little. So if we are having these words, and if we want to make a positive sentence, if we want to bring positive meaning in the sentence, so yes, we can use a, and that time we will be having new determiners like a few and a little that we have discussed already. So suppose we are having this sentence, there is a little water in the glass. So if we are using a little, right? So now we are having a positive meaning and we are trying to say that in the glass, yes, there is some water. We are having a positive meaning. Similarly, we can use a few. There are a few students in the class. So again, we are saying a positive sentence and we are saying that in the class, yes, there are some students. So there is a blank, there is a blank. So before few, before little, we can use a if we want to bring a positive meaning in the sentence. Next is with certain uncountables, in the sense a kind of or to indicate a certain quantity understood in the context. So yes, a or an, they can also used for uncountable nouns, but when if we are having the sense of a kind of or to indicate a certain quantity that is understood in the context. So let's see the example to understand this thing more clearly. We are having this is a sugar I don't like, and here we are trying to say a particular kind of sugar, or we can say this kind of sugar. So here sugar is an uncountable noun, but here we are having a as an article. One more example we are having, let's have a coffee. Again, coffee is uncountable noun, but again we can use a. Why? Because here we are talking about a cup of coffee, or we can say in a hotel. So in this sense we can use a or an before uncountable noun also if we are trying to indicate a certain quantity that is understood in the context. We are having the examples. So in this manner we can use a or an before uncountable noun also. Next is before a proper name to indicate that the person is unknown to the speaker. So generally we know this thing that before proper noun we don't use an article, but before proper noun we can use a or an when we are trying to say that the person is unknown to the speaker. Like we are having the example, Mr. Kailash wants to see you. So here before Mr. Kailash we are using a. Why? Because suppose I just got a call from my father, and the person who called, he said that he is Mr. Kailash, and now I am telling my father that there was a call for you and there was a Mr. Kailash who wants to see you, right? So now this Mr. Kailash, he is unknown to me. I don't know who this person is. So in this manner we can use articles a or an when that person, when the proper noun that is unknown to the speaker. In this manner we can use a or an. Next is before the name of a famous person in the sense one like. So this is very important, student. We can use a or an if we are having a name of a very famous personality, a very famous person, and we are having the meaning that in the sense one like. So that time we can use a or an. How? Let's see the example. The man is a Gandhi. So suppose we are saying this thing for a person and we are saying that he is a Gandhi. So here before Gandhi we can use a, and what is the meaning of this thing? We are trying to say that he is a man who is just like Gandhi, or we can say he is the person who are having the qualities of Gandhi ji. Okay, so in this manner, yes, Gandhi is a proper noun, but we can use a or an when we are trying to say that that person is just like Gandhi ji because he is having the same qualities, he is having almost the same character, the same personality that Gandhi ji was having. So in this manner we can use a or an before the proper noun that we are having. Clear? Next, before the name of a meal to refer to the food. So if we are having a meal and with the help of that meal we are actually referring to the food, so at that time we can use a or an. Let's see the examples. He gave us a good dinner. So here we have to note this thing that no article is used when we refer to meals as part of the daily routine. Like if we are having the sentence, I have breakfast at 9. So observe these two sentences very carefully. Here we are having dinner, here we are having breakfast. Both are the meal, both are the food of our daily routine, but here we are having article, but here before breakfast we are having no article. Why? What is the difference? This is the most important thing to understand the difference between these two sentences. The difference is that here what we are talking about, we are talking about a meal to refer to the food, and here we are talking about a general daily routine that I have breakfast at night, but here we are trying to say that he gave us a good dinner. So here we are talking about that dinner, and we are saying that the food that was served in that dinner, that was very good. So this is the reason we are having no article here when we are talking about a general thing, a general routine thing. But when we are referring to a food, at that time we have to use article before a meal. Clear? Next is in the sense of same. So if in the sentence we are having the sense, the meaning of sameness, likeness, so then also we can use articles a or an. Let's see the examples. They are much of an age. Another example is birds of a feather flock together. One more, two of a trade seldom agree. So in this manner, when we are trying to show similarity, when we are trying to show likeness, then also we can use a or an. Next use is in the sense of certain. So if we are trying to show some certain things, then also we can use these articles a or an. So let's see some of the example. A man came and knocked at the door. So here we are showing the certainty, and this is the reason we are using a. Similarly, we are having this thing that I saw a hawker selling his wares in the street. So we were very much certain that yes, there was the hawker only. Next we are having an old man had 7 sons. So in this manner, in this sense also, when we are trying to show the certainty, we can use these articles a or an. Next is in the sense of some, any, or a single. So in this manner, in this sense also we can use these articles a or an when we are trying to show the meaning, the sense of some, any, or a single. So let's see how. A pupil should obey his teacher, and we are having a cow is a useful animal. Next is I have a great regard for him. So in this manner also we can use these articles, we can use a or an according to the sound that we are having. Next thing is in a general sense, to represent the whole class. So this is very important use. So focus on this thing very carefully. We can use articles a and an in a very general sense when we are trying to represent the whole class. So let's see the examples how. If we are having a sentence that a cow is a useful animal, so in this sentence we are not talking about one cow only, we are saying a very general thing, and here we are trying to say this thing about the entire class of cows, right? So here we can use article a and we can make a sentence that a cow is a useful animal. Similarly, we are having that a dog is a faithful to his master. So here also we are not talking about one dog only, here also we are saying a very general thing that is related to the entire dog class. Next is a child cries when he is hungry. Again, it's a very general thing, and we are not talking about one child, we are not talking about one particular kid here, but we are saying a very general thing for that is related with all the children. So in this manner we can use articles a and an when we are trying to indicate a very general sense, a sense that is there to represent the whole class. So in this manner we can use these two articles a or an. Next is before a proper noun to make it a common noun. So yes, this is another use where a or an it is used when we are having a proper noun and when we try to make it a common noun. So before that proper noun we can use a or an. How? Let's see the examples. If we are having he is a second Newton. So here yes, Newton again it is a proper noun, but we can make a sentence like this manner that he is a second Newton. Similarly, we are having that he is a Shylock in his dealings. So here Shylock again it's a proper noun, but we can use articles a or an here also when we are trying to make it a common noun. One more example we are having, he is a Daniel come to judgment, and here Daniel means a very wise person. So again Daniel is a proper noun, but yes, we can use articles a or an before it when we are trying to make it a common noun. So in this sense we can use these two articles a or an. Next is before a proper noun to imply that the person is a stranger to the speaker. So in this sense also we can use these two articles, like we are having a Miss Mathur rang an hour ago. Next is a Mr. Gupta called when you were away. So when these person they are totally unknown, they are strangers, so at that manner we can use a or an. Next is in certain phrases. So now again we are having some of the phrases, and in these phrases we have to use these two articles a or an. Like we are having a sore throat, a bad cold, a severe pain, as a rule, at a loss, on an average, make a noise, make a mess, make an effort, make a mistake. So some of the phrases, some of the fixed expressions we have read earlier, and these are some more in the list. So if we are having these expressions, if we are having these phrases, so yes, then we have to use these fixed articles only, like make a noise, right, at a loss, at a mess, on an average. So these are some of the fixed expression, these are some of the fixed phrases we can say when we have to use these articles only. Okay, so this is all about these two articles that are a and an. Yes, I am repeating some of the things for you all, that the first important thing is the what is the difference between a and an. So I am repeating this thing and listen very carefully. These two articles, they are used according to the sound, not according to the letter, not according to the alphabet, but according to the sound. Yes, you have to categorize between vowels and consonants. We are having 5 vowels, a, e, i, o, u, and the rest of the alphabets, they are known as consonants. So if we are having a vowel sound, okay, not a vowel alphabet, but if we are having a vowel sound, then we have to use an, and if we are having consonant sound, at the time we have to use a. And these articles, they are known as indefinite articles because they do not to indicate some particular thing, some particular person, and yes, they actually mean one. So generally they are used before singular noun because these two articles, they mean one. So to represent singular noun, these two articles, they are used. And we have seen so many uses of these two articles. We have seen so many structures also जो generally use होते हैं sentence making में, कि कहाँ adjective है, adjective से पहले भी, adverb से पहले भी, right. So we have seen so many structures after such, after so. We have read some of the words जहाँ हमें अगर sentence में words हैं, so at that time we can use a or an, and we have seen so many examples also. So now I am very much sure that the uses of a and an, that is very much clear to you all. And in the next video we will discuss about the third article, that is the. We will see all the different uses and so many examples of the article the. And yes, we will also see the omission of article. Omission of article means there are certain rules when we cannot use any article. So that thing also we will cover in our next video. So just to be with me and see you in the next video. Thank you.